Welcome to the Marine Corps Movie Minute, where we discuss the movies of the Marine Corps 1 minute at a time. I'm Brian.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jack.
And just as the recon reaches the university, we've reached 108.
The only medical school where you're guaranteed to get malaria.
Well, my notes are wrong because I said Lieutenant Ring still leading front and center, but as we've discovered, that is not Lieutenant Ring. So I guess I'll have to adjust it on the fly and say Lance Corporal Fragetti is leading front and center.
Yeah.
Which, of course, they said a Lance Corporal to go do that.
Yeah, in the
Hey,
front.
Lance Corporal.
yeah. Take point.
I would think Lance Corporal Fragetti is a senior Lance Corporal.
Yeah, that's what I would think too, and you know what that means.
It means he's not leading. He's going to send a junior Lance Corporal.
No profile up front.
Well, that's what I was trying to think. I'm like, there's definitely some PFCs in this.
In this unit.
Yeah, and I can't remember who was the PFC, but they're definitely one or two of these guys definitely a PFC. Of course, Swede's a private. But
he's probably been a private a few times.
That's what I would say. He shouldn't be, but he is. All right, but anyways,
well, it's good though that if they followed our instructions, they disregarded the last minute anyway.
Yeah, so this is all fresh. Yeah,
it's all fresh now. We're good. Blank slate.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Fragetti, though, this minute. Well, I guess actually this is the Fragetti minute because it starts with Fragetti and it ends with a flabbergasted Fragetti.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, as we've just previously discussed, it's not Lieutenant Ring. In fact, we do get a shot of Lieutenant Ring pulling up the rear. So as all my praise for him being a leader right out in front is actually the opposite. No, but he's still a good guy. But yeah, so you had a comment though about when we were trying to figure out who was where and whatever. When we were watching a minute, you made a comment. Do you want to bring it up now, or do you just want to disregard that? Do you still feel the same way? We're changed now since we've watched the minute. I don't know if you still feel the same way.
I'm pretty sure I do, but I don't remember what the comment was.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Which comment was that? Hey man, that's why you brought me on board, just to make comments.
Right. I was hoping they'd be fairly intelligent comments, but
no, you picked the wrong guy for that.
Wrong again. No, when we were trying to figure out, was that Fragetti, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You made a comment about not knowing if these were our Marines, if these maybe was a shot of real Marines.
Yeah, so the last little bit of the last minute, the Marine that was coming towards the camera, the one minute that if everybody was paying attention, stopped paying attention to, minute number 107.
Call back.
Yeah, the Marine walking towards the camera I thought it looked kind of like Fragetti, but then the closer it got, it looked more Marinely than Fragetti, and he had cami paint on. Fragetti didn't have cami paint on anymore. What the fuck?
Well, he walked inside.
And what? All the makeup fell off?
Yeah. Dude, it's hot. It's sweaty.
You know how hard that shit was to get off when we had to wear it?
Yeah. You know what? Ramon Franco or Aponte in the previous minute had more of he looked more or less like he had camo paint on and just like was in a fire, and that it was just, like all the soot was on his face. Yeah. That's kind of how he looked. And there's a quick second of him, I think, entering a building as well, and he doesn't look near as dirty.
Oh, none of our principals have.
Yeah,
it's Johnny and Ring. What the fuck, man?
Rings doesn't even look. I mean, it's only a quick second of Ring again, but it's a lot of it is faded. Yeah, Clint Eastwood's the only one that still has a full. I mean, think about it. Clint Eastwood's the only one that has any sort of experience or Gunny Highway, any sort of experience or know-how. So of course he would do a good job.
Yeah.
Never mind that he's the star.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, these guys are probably sweating so much.
But even then, man, it's still. I mean, that stuff was. You kind of had to scrub at it for a little while to get it all out. Get it out of your ears, out of your nose.
What did we say last minute?
Everybody looked like they were like Cure fans because all your eyes were all blacked out.
Right, yeah. Or Batman when he takes his mask off.
Yeah, which is actually pretty cool, by the way.
No, so last minute when we were saying we had a cut, and it was them all of a sudden at the university, but now they had their packs on again. We speculate maybe that's when they got some intel.
Yeah.
So my guess is they took a minute to go ahead and just wash up. They were in the water.
Well, they know we're here. It's not like we're going to hide from anything. We might as well just go clean our
Look.
faces.
They're going to a university with college women there. They're about the same age as these college age women. You think they're going to go on? They want to be presentable. They went and they washed up in the river so that they could be like, hey, look at. I mean, who doesn't want to cover up Forgetty's beautiful face? He's got,
All smell like pond water.
yeah. Well, you can only do so much with the smell. It's got to be a movie thing just so we can see their faces because they're filming
in the dark.
Yeah, I mean they're not in the jungle anymore. I think that is Fragetti. There's another shot of there's two shots, separate shots of each of our principal Marines going to different buildings. You could tell just on how some of them carry themselves that it's them. Like you see Stitch Jones walk. I mean, you can see Sweet. You can see these guys.
Yes, Sweet's an easy one to pick out.
Yeah. No, when we see Ring kind of going from building to building, and then we get a shot of Aponte. There's two Marines. Stitch Jones is on the ground. Two Marines go up the stairs and go to clear a room or one of the buildings. I cannot tell who they are, but when one opens the door, one kind of kneels in and points, but one of them goes all clear. It doesn't sound like anybody that we know. I could not recognize that voice, and I'm like, that's got to be some ADR right there.
Yeah, it may be.
And honestly, if that's ADR, it's possible they could have gotten any of the guys to say it, and we just didn't recognize it. Or honestly, they could have just gotten anybody because we're like, oh, we just need that one line of dialogue. It could have been the sound guy for all we know. It doesn't sound like anybody. I listened to it a few times and I could not make it out. Doesn't mean it wasn't one of our principals, but it wasn't anybody I recognized.
Yeah.
But I do think the guys on film, on camera, are our main actors. Yeah, so after the all clear, though, we get a shot of Fragetti entering the, it's got to be the biology classroom.
Yeah, or anatomy.
Yeah, well, it is the Department of Anatomy for sure, but it reminds me like the old, almost like the chemistry class like high school. That's really what it looks like because it's got the sinks everywhere. It's got all the stereotypical science classroom. You know what it actually reminds me of? This whole scene, because it's dark, it's kind of some tense music playing.
Yeah.
It's clearly a biology or science classroom. And it reminds me of Gremlins when the science teacher was, you do remember when they were like, hey, did you feed them? And they're showing up and it's like the film's playing and it's dark. It reminds me of Gremlins a little bit. Yeah, so Forgetty's real tense though. And they're playing like tense music, and he's clearing a room. It's dark, nobody's there, and he backs into a screen again. Like I said, Gremlins. The Gremlins was watching it. They were watching a movie when the Gremlins attacked in the science classroom.
Did they cut the power to the school? There's no lights.
Yeah, you're right. Because later, we've already recorded the next few minutes. There's another scene where another Marine is having a similar situation.
Oh yeah,
very tense.
I
very
absolutely remember that scene.
So you might be right. They may have lost power on the island or cut. Maybe who knows? I mean, it was complete. I mean, it was upheaval. Obviously there was a lot going on in this island at the time. But Fragetti backs into that screen with his pack, and it goes up, and he spins around.
Yeah.
Startles him. He spins around. There's a skeleton just standing there, and he just unloads on it. Pray and pray.
Yeah.
The way he shoots, this is not one shot, one kill. This is an automatic M16. And he lights that thing up to the only thing is half a skull is dangling from that from whatever stand it was on.
Yeah.
And then we hear, "You've improved." Gunny standing in the doorway. Another like spaghetti western trope of his, standing in the doorway with the sun behind him. God damn it, Gunny!
Yeah. Gunny rolls his eyes and walks away. That's funny.
The eye roll is hilarious because here's the way I look at it is because Gunny's trying to make a joke with him and give him a compliment, and he's getting yelled at, and he's like, "Lighten up, guy! Settle down. It's just a skeleton."
Yeah, he's finally hitting stuff.
Yeah, this fucking weapon's fucking fucked up, man. No, I think that's hilarious. I've never noticed that until again this minute with him rolling his eyes. I always just assume he says it. Forget he goes, he's flabbergasted, as I said earlier, and because he's like, not only was he scared and then got scared of the skeleton, but then Gunny startles him. He almost shoots him. It's probably a good thing he unloaded all his ammo on that skeleton, or Gunny might have been shot.
He might have been.
And he's like, God damn it, Gunny. And then here's Clint Eastwood, but the freaking rolling of his eyes is classic.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. Clint Eastwood, he doesn't get enough credit for his acting ability, I say.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Or I really should say his comedy.
Yeah.
I think he's a funny dude. At least in these movies.
Yeah.
I caught something in the background. I am not looking this up, but maybe you're a smart guy.
Shit.
There's a formula on the blackboard behind.
Nope, don't know. Fuck you.
It's like H2O. We're like, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, nope. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Nope.
Science.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea. I do know, however, that the blackboard did take rounds.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can see it. Yeah, it definitely did. I swear, actually, it looks like he wrote barbiturates or something like that on there. So maybe
that might be somebody being a smart ass.
It was this was chemistry class, and it's probably they're cooking. They're paying for college by cooking some
trucker math.
Yeah, exactly. Some illegal substances. Exactly.
Cooking trucker math in the damn dorm rooms.
Right.
What the fuck?
That's why it's so dark and they can't find anybody.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but whatever.
Yeah, their instructor, Dr. Walter White.
Yeah, exactly. God damn it, Gunny. That's why Fragetti's so on edge. He's all he's hopped up on goofballs.
Yeah. Zing zangs or whatever.
Yeah, he's got some fumes. Oh, that's what all that smoke was.
Oh yeah. Like, first recon over there.
Actually, when they first get in, there's a scene when in front of the St. George Medical School sign that says about student elections. You could see some of that smoke. So
still, yeah.
Yeah. So my guess is either all the students are potheads or Cheech and Chong are out on patrol.
Yeah.
There's an old Cheech and Chong skit where it's like, he goes, he's like, where the hell's that first platoon or whatever? He's like, I sent them out 3 weeks ago, or like 3 days ago, or whatever, to go clear out that poppy seed field or something like that, or it was a marijuana field or something. And he's like, where are they? And he's like, they're still out on patrol, sir. and then of course they cut to those guys, and they're like, and Cheech is yelling as the stereotypical Southern commander, hey, get up on them on the radio, and they're like, hey man, the radio's making noise, man. Because they're all it's a great skit. They're still out on patrol, sir. They're all just blasted. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I think that's what's going on. That's why Fragetti's all hopped up. He walked in that smoke. He's getting some secondhand.
Yeah. So, the long edge.
Yeah. Do you have anything more to discuss about Fragetti's excellent adventure?
No,
or Bogus Journey, depending on how you look at it.
Oh, yeah, I think he's going to go with Bogus.
Yeah. He's less than thrilled to be there, I think.
No, I don't really have much to add to this.
No, me neither. Well, I'll just ask everybody to come in, come back on Monday. Since it's Friday, well, Monday's the next show. Maybe we'll have a guest next time. Break it up. It's been just us for a little while, so
foreshadowing.
Right, that's the thing. We're all about it. So, anyways, Friday, please go to moviesbyminutes.com and check out all the other Movies by Minutes. Pay special attention to Star Wars Minute, but we go ahead and take a listen to any of the other Movies by Minutes. There's some good ones. And then if you would just I didn't do any social media plugs, so we'll do our administrative work right now, actually, and ask people to go to Facebook. Mm-hmm. We got the Marine Corps Movie Minute Quarterdeck Facebook group. We got Instagram at the Marine Corps Movie Minute Pod, and then Twitter is the MCMM_podcast. So if anybody wants to just interact with us in those places if you prefer. And then come back Monday. We'll see more about this university perhaps since we're hanging out here. And you got anything before we go, Perry?
I do not.
Well, I have been wanting to tell you. I've been I'll inside baseball, a little, peek behind the curtain as we like to say. I do most, if not all. No, but I do the editing for the show.
Yes, you do.
That's how I do the majority of my listening of our show is through the editing process.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that as time has gone on, editing has gotten smoother. And my only thought is whenever I hear this is, you've improved.
Insert eye roll. God damn it, Billy. Fucking asshole.
Yeah, I'm rolling my eyes right now. All right, man. So are our listeners.
Yeah.
Jesus. Forgive me.
Yeah.